It's the Coach Ron O'Neill Show, presented by AJ's in the Alley. And now here's Devin Haney and Salina Liberty head coach, IFL Hall of Famer, Ron O'Neill.
Welcome into AJ's in the Alley. It is Victory Monday once again. We took a little hiatus because of the Memorial Day holiday and observed that, but man, here we are again. It's you had a nice bye week to kind of get through, but we're going to go all the way back 2 weeks ago and talk about the victory in Gillette that clinched a number 2 seed, got you the first round bye that you enjoyed this past weekend, and now looking ahead after the game tonight, of course, I'm sure you'll be watching that a little bit, looking ahead to a home game here at Tony's Pizza Event Center on Saturday. How was your weekend, man? It had to be pretty good, right?
It was very good. The thing that Coach Martinez and I did is we worked. We had meetings on Monday, weights and everything, and then we had practice on Tuesday, and we had other meetings at that time as well. So we only really took Wednesday off. Wednesday and Thursday. Thursday half day, Wednesday all day. Coach Martinez worked basically every day except for probably about 4 to 5 hours. So we don't take any time off because we know what's at stake. We know what we need to do. We know how we need to get things accomplished. This is not our first rodeo.
Yeah.
We have a chance to do something that's historic, to win and be in a national championship game 4 years in a row. It's only probably a handful of coaches that can say that, and Coach Martinez and myself can do that if we take care of our business against a very good coach football team in Gillette. And it was not easy what we did, when we came up there and, you know, that long trip, 11 and a half hours, 12 hours or so, and all the other things that went with that. But it was good to come out of there with the win and understand what that team is and what we are, going against the number 2 team in the league, and to come out of there with a victory.
You haven't had a lot of time since you have made roster adjustments to kind of gel as a team, have you? I mean, long road trips, I know that they're a pain like that, but sometimes they're for the best because you get the guys together, you get to do stuff, you get to hang out a little bit, whether it's on a bus or not. I mean, that's probably not the optimum spot, but you haven't had a chance to have these guys with the roster you have set now spend a lot of time together.
True, and the thing that was very good about that, it was a very long trip. And to have, you know, we have a cast of characters that people don't know. We have D. Wash on the team. We have D. Trey on the team. And we have some guys that are a little bit different and how they do different things. Some people can handle it. Some people can't.
Yeah.
And to have that road trip and understand what we were trying to get accomplished in that, coaches-wise, we were very serious with it and understanding everything. But to have those guys there to see how they bonded together, it was a great thing to see how, once we got there, how people were operating. And then we go to the next day, it's a game, and how people were moving around, because we don't have many games that we do a overnight stay with.
Yeah.
So to have that, I think, you know, I hate to say, you know, schedule makers that do it. That was a great thing for us.
Yeah.
It was exactly what we needed. And our leaders stepped up, as well as our coaches stepped up. Our owners were there in full force. So it was great for us to go up there, experience a playoff game in that type of environment. Our players are used to it. So we've played in a lot of different games this year, and behind, in front, down, big, down, not much, up, big. We've done all those different things. There's not a lot of different teams that can say that, as well as we have a lot of rookies that's playing football for us right now that are helping us win ball games. And to go up there and do what we did on the road, hostile territory, I'm so proud of our football team.
We're going to go ahead and jump right into it. It's the Comfort Heating and Air question of the day, and it is the question that you just kind of alluded to a little bit there. That's why I'm going to fire it off here early, and that is, do you love the fact that the game last Saturday was a meaningful game? I mean, there hasn't been a lot of meaningless games, but it was for playoff position. It was almost like the playoffs triggered early, right?
Absolutely.
Where you had to go into a hostile environment, play a really good football team, and both of you had major things at stake.
Yeah, I love that. And the thing is how we position ourselves. By not winning the games earlier on in the season,
Yeah.
we had to – what I told our team after – we had to win both Dodge City games. I mean Southwest Kansas games.
Yeah.
We had to beat Sioux City. And then we got to come down over there and beat a good Wyoming team. We've been in playoff mode from that point. So a lot of coaches maybe not do that, but that's what I do, because if we handle our business, we could be sitting in the position we're sitting in right now. Mm-hmm. So I consider that all of those were playoff moments. And the thing I love about our leaders, they made sure that our youngsters understood that, our rookies understood that, and our young coaches that may not understand what's really going on understand that as well. So I'm very excited about how everything worked out to our benefit at this point, and we earned it. Nobody gave us anything, because I guarantee you, if you took odds on who was going to win that game against Wyoming against us at their house for the number 2 seed, nobody picked us, and I love it. And nobody's picking us to do anything in the playoffs, and I love that too. And everybody think that, like they say, you know, these other teams doing this, that, and another, that's great.
Yeah.
So nobody's talking about us.
Yeah.
And to me, I take it offensively, because I know what I am as a coach. I know what Coach Martinez is as a coach, and I know what my players are as players. So keep not talking about us and keep disrespecting us, and you'll see what we do.
Love it. We just kind of dove in here. That's first ballot Hall of Famer, Ron O'Neill, head coach of the Liberty.
I'm a little fired up
my
right now.
My name's Devin Haney. We got a packed show. I mean, we got a great show. Not only are we going to kind of dice it up and talk about the last meeting, we're going to go full circle, right? We're talking about the meeting of last game of the regular season against the Mustangs. They were coming right back around because they earned the right to come visit here on Saturday. We also have Parker Clements, big piece that you've added on that D-line. He's going to come in and visit with us, and then we'll talk to Dan about where tickets are, VIP party pit passes, things like that, where you can get your butts into Tony's Pizza Event Center on Saturday and watch what should be a really, really, really good football game with the Gillette Mustangs. So let's go back to what you just said, because I love the fact that you're taking this approach, because I think about it too. You know, that all the heat is on the bottom tier people, right? You didn't go undefeated in the regular season.
Nope.
But number 1 seed in these playoffs are a bad place to be over the last few years. Not only do you not win a championship, you don't even make it there. It's the semifinal loss, right? And everybody has kind of experienced that and passed that around. And you talked about not only being in 4 straight championship games, there's only been one team in Champions Indoor Football that has won 2 in a row, and that was the Duke City Gladiators before they left to go to the IFL.
Yep, and like I said, I'm not comparing myself to Jordan, but I listen and understand how he motivated himself and how people are talking, how teams are talking, how the public is talking. I take it very offensively that we're the defending champs. And, yes, the game may not be here in Salina, but we are the defending champs. Give us our respect. But since you won't, we'll take it just like we did last year. So I'm not happy with everything that's going on with the public persona and all the different things that's going on. But you have a chance to do what you need to do on that field. Mm-hmm. And that's what really matters to me. And that's all I really care about. I don't care about all of the fluff and all that other stuff. But I'll just tell you this right here. Saturday, my team will be ready to go against the Gillette team, and may the best team win. I'm not guaranteeing championships. I don't do that. Right. That's what I've never done that. But we will be ready to play, and I just hope everything that we put forth in this, as far as the coaching staff, as an ownership group, as an organization, that our players reciprocate that and go out and play the game that we wish we can play for and do the things that we need to do.
There's 2 things that I know. You're the champions until you're not. The other thing is getting the vibe from you and talking to you all season. I don't want to say love. You may say that, but I think you really like this roster that you have right now.
I do, and I understand the roster. That's the most important thing. You got to understand what the strengths and weaknesses are of every player that's on that roster, and you put plans together, game plans together that's conducive with winning. You camouflage weakness and you highlight the things that they do well. But, like I say, nobody's talking about the Salina Liberty, which is a great thing for us because as the head coach of this football team, the defending champs, nobody's even speaking about us. Nobody think we could do anything, and that's great. That's fine. That's cool. But when we come Saturday, ready to go against a great Wyoming team, Coach Walker's a great coach. He's a legend of playing arena football. He's done it. He's won national championships on top of national championships. I can't wait to compete against him again. It's fun doing that. Big play Reggie Gray, the offensive coordinator. We're going to need all of Salina to come out. And I get it. We have the Riverfest and all these different things and distractions that's going on. But once that Riverfest is over, you have a game that can determine a national championship. So you're already in the proximity of a mile.
Yeah, just come get some air conditioning, right?
Come get some AC and have a good time indoors.
Yeah.
Why not come and check us out?
Couple drinks, some AC, football. Who doesn't love that,
Have a
right?
good time.
Yeah. So let's dig into this game. This is a game that was fun to watch. Both teams kind of had runs that they put together. Both teams had big leads. At the end, it ends up being a 2-point game, 43-41. You get the victory. Move to 8-2 in Champions Indoor football play, 9-2 overall. The opening kick, it was kind of one of those special teams demons that pops up to you every now and then. They returned the opening kick for a touchdown. It was a short kick. It was a missed tackle. They end up getting a touchdown. But then your former MVP, Tracy Brooks, comes right back around. He's able to flip the field back in your favor with a turn back to midfield. And then Ed Crouch was able to hit Demarius Washington on a fourth down conversion, even this game back up. They came back, got a score, went up 14-7. And that's where we'll stop it down right there at the end of the first quarter because you were down in scoring position, opted for a field goal. Jimmy K got the field goal for you, and at the end of one, and really what was a quick-moving first period of play, it's 14-10 Gillette. How'd you feel about that first period of play and how your team was defending and also able to move the football?
Well, defending not as good as I wanted to be. We didn't follow the assignment that we needed to follow, and that was a reoccurring theme throughout the game.
Yeah.
Offensively, we were on fire pretty much all night. I think they stopped us maybe 2 series, and like you said, Jimmy kicked the field goal, which was good. And to have confidence in Jimmy to kick those tight field goals, he told me his range before the game even started, so I knew exactly where he was going to be. And range meaning the low ceiling. He has range. He could kick it from 50 if he needed to. But to understand where he was coming from with everything, I was very happy with the first quarter of the game. And then the second quarter of the game, we made the plays we needed to make the run that we made and then get the football back at the end and do what we needed to do. So I was very happy with how we played, how we orchestrated and did what we needed to do with the game plan. I was very excited about that, especially going into the second half.
So Mustangs up 14-10 at the end of the first quarter. They also started the second quarter with a touchdown as their running back Jefferson got his second touchdown of the night, 21-10. And I want to stop it down right there because that was their biggest lead of the day. It was early on, 10 minutes left to go in the second quarter. They're up by 11, and then all of a sudden, here come the Liberty, right? It seemed like all facets of the game started working, and you were making plays on all facets. Rashad Pargo got his first touchdown since he's been back with the Liberty from Ed Crouch. That pulled it back within 4. And then Gillette drove down, and they had a play, 4th and goal. They tried to sweep out to the right-hand side, and Travis Taylor created a fumble. The play was a little hard to figure out because the fumble was not recovered by the Liberty, I don't think, but it was short of the goal line. You can't advance into the end zone and get a touchdown. So even though there's no turnovers listed on the stat sheet, that was a big play, wasn't it?
Absolutely, and I want to give all thanks to Coach Spiller for telling us the rule on 4th down there. To reiterate the rule, I think all of our coaches understood the rule, but for him to reiterate it so I can go and talk with the white hat and make sure everybody's on the same page that long as the guy that fumbled the football didn't recover it, I don't care who recovered it. This is what the rule is. And all praise to Coach Spiller on that. That was a huge play.
Yeah.
Travis as well as Rookert created that fumble right there, and it didn't matter who recovered it. So that was a big turning point in that football game. And I think we took that, how can you say, that play and catapulted ourselves to another level. And we started to play at a level that we came there to do. But sometimes when you play in the big games and you're playing on the road, the crowd was going crazy there by our way too. So it was a great crowd. But just how we made the adjustments, coaches-wise, players-wise, and made the plays when it was time to make those plays, that was the difference in that ball game, because that was the turning point of the whole football game.
So basically the rule is on fourth down, you cannot pass it forward, so to speak, if you're going to go down and obtain a first down or a touchdown. You have to be the one that recovers the fumble if there's going to be an advance. That wasn't the case there. So a big play there by Travis Taylor. You guys were able to get custody of that football and go all the way down the field, 45 yards, to get a touchdown out of that. Another Ed Crouch touchdown. He found Demarius Washington for the second time in this game. And you go up 23-21. So you had an 11-point deficit. You flip that. You go up by 2. Then the extra point by Jimmy K hit the light. And there was a lot of discussion on the field that was going on at that point. And I want to know what discussion was going on the field. The light protector came down, and to me, I think it was if the extra point was good or not before it hit the light. Did it go through and then hit the light? What was going on there? If you want to pass, you could just say pass.
I don't want to get fined. I don't want to say anything about that. All I will say is great kick, Jimmy.
Yeah.
That's all I can say about it, because I'm not trying to get fined. I'm not trying to go against the league. I'm not trying to do any of those different things. I thought it was a pretty good kick by Jimmy, and they didn't think so, and we had to move on from that moment.
And luckily nobody got hurt, because that could have been a bad deal.
Absolutely.
So extra point was not allowed. 23-21 is a score at halftime. So you come back, you finish the first half on a 13-0 run, as you're able to score right at the end of the half. Remember, little teaser here, you're scheduled to get the football because you won the coin toss to start the third quarter. And that's where we'll stop it down, take our first break. When we come back here on the Coach O Show, we want to remind you to come join us here at AJ's in the Alley. Today, a little bit of a teaser for tomorrow. Today, $12 12-inch pizzas. Tomorrow, it's buy one, get one, any size pizza here at AJ's in the Alley. So if you want to come down and get some pizza, tomorrow's probably the day to do it. But we want to see you today. Coach O Show continues here at AJ's in the Alley, downtown Salina. You're listening on KINA and watching on SalinaPost.com.
All right, here we go. Steve Z's Cars on the west side of Abilene. Yeah, Abilene Car Sales is the place that will save you lots of money.
Summertime is fun time, and our favorite time of year at Abilene Car Sales. Lots of sunshine means it's time for adventures. The family at Abilene Car Sales is ready to help you find that perfect vehicle for summer fun. Add a reliable truck to pull that camper or boat. Upgrade your current ride to something a little more fuel-friendly. Stop by and save on Northwest 3rd, or see our inventory at AbileneCarsales.com.
When the weather in Kansas turns unbearably hot outside, you need your home to be cool and comfortable on the inside. And you shouldn't leave your family's comfort to just anyone. You should call Comfort Heating and Air. With more 5-star reviews than any other local HVAC company, you know you'll get the absolute best customer service. You know the job will get done fast, and most importantly, the job will be done right. Servicing all makes and models, trust the company that cares. Comfort Heating and Air.
Heating and air.
Precision Electrical Contractors, LLC in Salina is now hiring full-time electricians in the central Kansas area. Licensing and experience in the commercial electric field is preferred but not required. Must be a team player, performance-driven, and have job safety as a top priority. Precision Electric's benefit package includes health and life insurance, 401k, paid vacation and holidays, a valid driver's license, and pre-employment drug screening is required before employment. Apply on our website at pecsalina.com. Equal opportunity employer.
Spring cleaning time! A wonderful time of the year. Winter is over and hope springs eternal. You have the windows open. The birds are singing and you can't help but notice that smell. That awful smell. What is that? That is your septic system backing up into your home, making spring flowers smell, well, like a friendly reminder from Salina Septic Service. If you haven't had your septic system pumped out and cleaned in the last 3 years, you are asking for trouble. Salina Septic Service. You better call today. Liberty.
For over 30 years, Ryan Roofing has been the area's leader in commercial roofing installation. Over 10 million square feet of Duralast roofing. Now, Ryan Roofing is expanding their expertise to the residential properties to better serve you and your home. Shingles, windows, siding, and gutters. Call Ryan Roofing in Salina today for a free roof assessment and get the expert advice you need. Ryan Roofing, serving commercial businesses in the area for over 30 years and now working for you on your residential property.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of two types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialists will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
It'll be Aaron Aiken in the lone shotgun for the three-point conversion for Gillette to take the lead. Aiken, three-step drop. It's a jump ball picked off. Picked off on the right side. The Salina defense comes up big again. Coming up with the interception is Antoine Brown.
And now back to the Coach O Show with Devin Haney and Coach Haran O'Neal.
Back here on the Coach Haran O'Neal Show, we're at AJ's in the Alley, downtown Salina, and it kind of foreshadowing what we're getting ready to talk about there with the game in Gillette last Saturday. I also foreshadowed a little bit when we went to halftime that you scored to end the half. You scored with about 5 seconds left, retook the lead 23-21. And then you came out to start the third quarter, and you were able to double up, right? It's that magic moment in the game where you have that opportunity, and you're able to score again and take a 9-point lead. This time, it was on a quarterback Ed Crouch rushing touchdown. That put you on a 20-0 run at that point. And you guys were kind of off and rolling there. You had a couple of good things that happened. This reminded me quite a bit of that Sioux City game that you had at home where Dontre got the pick six there right before the half. Then you came out and you were able to score again and put a little distance between you and your opponent.
Yes, and it's what we call complementary football, where the defense, special teams, and offense are all three parts of it. And you have to take advantage of those different things that's going on. With our defense doing what they needed to do, we offensively we went down, we scored, we did what we had to do there, and then get the football back. And yes, all the pressure is on our offense. And Coach Martinez, Dylan comes in. Coach Dylan, I'm sorry, not just Dylan, but Coach Dylan. They come in and they tell me the adjustments in what they see, the different things of what they see going on, and I kind of put that in my memory banks and I write it on my call sheet of the different things that I see. But like I always say, you call what's in your heart and what's in your gut. And the things that we did in the second half was what I feel we are as a football team offensively. And people may think that we're, four wides and throw it and all over the field and all that stuff. But when you really break it all the way down and you see what we did in that football game, our offensive line did what they needed to do. And they started to, do different things in the secondary as well as at linebacker to make it difficult and things of that nature. But the adjustments that I would say that Coach Dylan and Coach Martinez made at halftime, and to sprinkle it in there, to do it when you need to do it, not just right out the gate or right in the fourth quarter, but you got to know when to sprinkle those different things in, is what makes our coaching staff a really good coaching staff, and understanding each other, because they know how I rock, how I like to – I don't want to hear all that noise and all that other stuff, but at halftime we can talk about it. And then the thing about it is Coach Martinez and Coach Dylan, from series to series, we're making adjustments. So a lot of that has to go to our coaching staff, and I don't take any credit for it because they gave me the plays to do what in which I wanted to do, but they made those plays, and I don't take any credit for it. They're the unsung heroes of what we're trying to do here, and they need to be honored and respected for what they do.
It's another big exchange coming up in this game. Gillette goes down, and they had several 4th and goal situations in this game. They got the first one. The next two, you were able to hold them out. This was one of those times where they had a 4th down and goal at the 3-yard line. You're able to stand them up and take over. Then you go 45 yards down the field again. Tracy Brooks gets his first touchdown run. I want to talk about these 2 touchdown runs. The first one between Ed to begin the third quarter and Tracy later on in the quarter, because I thought your offensive line was really solid in this game. Those were 2 runs that both of them started out going to the right, changed of direction. They came back left. There was an on-field camera view of Tracy's touchdown run. It gave me goosebumps because I'm just like, MVP. You know, I mean, that's what you get. But Ed's run was really, really good too. To have the offensive line seal everybody off like they did and kind of do their job without getting caught with a hold or anything like that, I just thought the offensive line played well all game.
They did, but you have to give a lot of credit to the playmakers in which we have.
Oh, absolutely.
Ed Crouch is a guy that, believe me, he gave me many headaches and many gray hairs going against that guy for years. Coach Martinez told me about him 3 years ago. I just wish I would have took it a little bit more serious. He told me that this guy is an animal. And with him winning 2 national championships in the past couple years or so, and then what he came here and stabilized our quarterback for us is huge. But like I said, I wish I would have listened a little bit more with even keel of understanding what Coach Martinez was saying about this kid. This kid understands the game. He knows when it's time to put his improv in it, but he also can throw the football. So it's not like he's a quarterback where all he can do is run or all he can do is throw. He can do both. He is a true definition of dual threat quarterback, and I'm so thankful for Coach Martinez and Fast Ed. If it wasn't for those two people, we would not have that player on our football team. So I thank him for that. Tracy Brooks, he was inherited, so to say. Mm-hmm. The coaching staff before me, I thank them for bringing him in, and he, like I said, is one of the he doesn't need attention. He doesn't need to be massaged or any of that type stuff. He's going to ball, and he's going to do everything you ask of him to do, even if you say, okay, MVP, I know you got 30 touchdowns on the year. I need you to go play corner, or I need you to go kick return, or I need you to go run down on kickoff. He does that. And most superstars, I would say 95% of superstars don't do that. So for us to even have a Tracy Brooks and a Ed Crouch, it's a testament to the players that's on this team already because they rock with them, and it's a testament to Coach Martinez for bringing those type guys in. So I can't take any credit for it. I do take credit for playing them each week, but I don't take any credit for finding them and making them part of the Salina Liberty. And Salina should be very thankful and understanding that those type players don't come around every year. And for us to have them is a privilege of us to have those different type players there. And I can't take any credit for it. Coach Martinez did all of that.
That touchdown by Tracy, not only was it his 101st career touchdown, it also extended your run to 26-0. Gillette did get a touchdown there with about 30 seconds left to go in the third, so it's 36-29. We're going into the fourth quarter. Time ran out after that touchdown, and then Gillette comes out, and they try to catch you off guard. They try a little onside kick there, and again, there were a couple just, I think, gigantic plays made by Travis Taylor in this game, and the recovery of that onside kick to start the fourth quarter was one of those.
Yep, and the thing that I would always say is Coach Spiller being prepared, understanding the situation. We play a lot of situational football. Mm-hmm. I like the game of chess. I like to move and understand that it's 3 moves ahead. Coach Spiller understands that. Coach Spiller understood what was going on. He had a team prepared. He knew what was coming, and he prepared us to be ready for that situation. Even if they kicked it deep, we were ready for that as well. So Coach Spiller deserves all the credit for that. I have nothing to do with that. No other coach has anything to do with that. Coach Spiller did his thing there, and I'm so thankful that we were able to pick him up to be on our coaching staff this year.
What that recovery did for you and the recovery by Travis Taylor. It gave you the ball at the 4-yard line, gave you a short field. Anthony Love got his 7th touchdown of the season on a pass from Ed Crouch, made it 43-29. So you can see how big that play was there to keep that football. Mustangs do come back. They get a score, make it 43-35. And then it was really, really interesting for about the last 8 minutes of this game. There were opportunities taken. There were opportunities that were missed. You come down and just to kind of summarize everything, you end up leading by 2. They go for 3 with just 11 seconds left. And the play of the game that you heard in the last break was Antoine Brown at the end. Went out in coverage, went up high point of the football in front of one of their best receivers, came down with the football. And again, it's things that you won't show up in the stats. The stats say there were no turnovers in this game, but there was the fumble down at the goal line in the first half. There was this interception on the point after that would have won the game for Gillette, or at least put them up by 1 with 11 seconds left. But Antoine Brown was able to put this one to bed.
And I love it that our defense was on the field to decide the game. I'm a defensive coach. Antoine is a rookie. Never played indoor football. I think this is his 4th game, period. First game as a starter. So for him, yes, did he make some mistakes? And he was very down on himself. Like after the game, I was so excited. I'm talking, I'm rah, rah, rah in the locker room, and he was very disappointed because he knew that he could play better. And the thing about it is when you have players like that, as a coach, it makes you feel good about it, that your message is being heard, to not be satisfied, not being happy with just one play. This man did what he needed to do. He came here, nobody knew him. He earned his way on that football field. And not only did he earn his way on the football field, 2 out of the last 3 games, he led them in tackles. So he's doing the things in which we asked of him to do. He's getting better each week. And so thankful, Scout Johnson is a guy that we got him from. So our scouting department is huge. This year I worked directly with Scout Johnson and myself, and we brought in probably 95%, 98% of the roster that's here was between those 2 people right there. So I thank him for finding him. I thank Antoine for coming here and understanding that he got to earn his role, which we do here. You got to earn your own. You don't just get given a spot here. That's what we don't do here with the Salina Liberty. You will earn your own spot, and he earned it, and he concreted it with that interception right there. But he made a lot of plays throughout that game that goes overlooked. They just look at that last play, but he made a lot of plays throughout that whole game.
Last week when you were enjoying a bye week and getting ready for the next round, Gillette played Southwest Kansas Storm in the first round. And this game turned up being something else. I mean, it was fun to watch. Ended up being 40-35. Gillette does get the win. Gives them an opportunity to come back here now and play you guys in the semifinals. I never ask you a whole lot at this point about the game coming up. But how much of a challenge is this Gillette team? It's a team that doesn't throw the football a whole lot. They kind of remind me of Sioux City a few years ago, where it's a lot of misdirection, it's a lot of smoke and mirrors in the rushing game. They rushed the ball over 30 times against you in this game, and it can be a wide receiver, it can be a running back, it's a lot of quarterback, and all these guys are a challenge to tackle.
Yep, and the thing is, defensively, with Coach Spiller and myself coming up with a game plan, D-Trey helps out with that game plan. It's not easy. When you're playing in a semifinal game to go to a national championship game, why would it be? So there's a lot of different obstacles that we need to address and figure out and understand, but I like our chances with what we have as far as our personnel. I love our coaching staff and how they do what they do, as well as D-Trey being not just a player but also a coach and the different things he brings to the table. So defensively, I'm loving what we do, and I'm willing to take my chances against anybody, and I know Gillette will be ready to go. Coach Walker and big play Reggie Gray. He's from Chicago. I'm from Chicago. Yep. He's the offensive coordinator. That's my dog. I mean, respect. And I just love gladiating against people like that, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So I think the determining point of who wins and who loses is who really comes to the game. We need that crowd of what we've had for the whole year. Yes, I understand the Riverfest and all these different things are going on. It's going to be nice outside and all that good stuff. But come support your hometown team here the Salina Liberty have a chance to, if we win, can play for their 4th straight national championship and be part of history. So I'm praying that the fans enjoy their time at the Riverfest. But I hope they get their butt in there in that 2nd and 3rd and 4th quarter and enjoy a big game and be the reason why we can play for another national championship. That's what I'm praying for. And it's not going to be easy because I know what Gillette's going to bring to the game. I know their coaches, and Coach Walker is a warrior. He's won national championships with the Arizona Rattlers all day, every day. I get it. Big play Reggie Graves won 3 or 4 as well. But come out and support your team. That's what I'm asking the city of Salina to come out and support their team and understand what's really going on here. And, yes, that Riverfest is going to be here every year. But are you going to have a chance to be a big piece of winning a semifinal game? They can be the missing piece, because if they come like they've been coming and be loud when it's time to be loud on defense and quiet on offense, I think they would enjoy it, and I think it would be a great game. I can't wait for us to play.
We talk about it all the time. Noise does not rain down in any other arena in this league like it does at Tony's Pizza Event Center. It's unique because it's a big building, but it just seems like when you're on the field, everything is directed down on that turf, and they can make a difference, can't they?
Absolutely, and that's why I'm asking for all of Salina and all of the surrounding cities to come on down. And if you haven't come down, come check us out. But we've been winning a lot of football games here in this last 5 years, and yes, this is the most difficult time because of the fest. But it's an excuse to already be in Salina. So why not buy an $8 to $10 ticket and come and support your hometown, home state team and potentially prevail us to a win? And it's not going to be easy, and I know it's not going to be easy. And those teams, the team we got to play against, they're going to be ready to go, and they're going to make plays. But it feels a whole lot better when our crowd is there, fired up, ready to go, and being loud when it's time to be loud. That's a weapon, and we need to arm that weapon this week.
Here's my thoughts. You've already gone through the pain of finding a parking spot. Just walk right into TPEC, right, and buy a ticket. I mean, that's the biggest part, was getting a parking spot.
Just walk up another 200 feet.
Yeah.
Come on in, check us out. You're already there, so go ahead and pay that $8 to $10 for a ticket and come on in.
I love it. Congratulations on a great season. I know you are not done yet. It's championship mindset, right? That's what we've been saying all year. So it will be exciting to see your team in action on Saturday. One last thing before I let you go. We're getting ready to talk to Parker Clements, our Precision Electric player profile. Parker came in at the end of April, has 4 games with you underneath his belt. You made the comment to me, and I'm going to ask him about this. You have not had a big type of defensive lineman. We call him a defensive nose tackle, but you moved him around a little bit. What has he meant to this defense here?
Everything. When we played Omaha, we found out that that's what we needed, as well as a lot of other pieces. So that's why it's good that we play a schedule that play against the best teams in this league. That's what I found out. That's one of the things I found out. Big Parker can do a lot of different things. He could beat you with finesse. He could beat you with power, but he could also beat you with his mind. He's a very intelligent football player that studies film. He understands in what we asking of him on each play. So like we always say, the play within the play, he's one of those type players that can do that. So I'm so thankful that he did come down this way, and another shout out to Athlete Scouting, because that's how we found him. So thank you, Zach and Brandon, for finding this young man for us. So I just want to give thanks to all the people that help us, and that's a big find right there.
Parker Clements coming up next. Thank you, Coach.
All righty.
Look forward to seeing you on Saturday. 43-41, Salina Liberty get the victory. They will be at home at Tony's Pizza Event Center for a semifinal game against the same Gillette Mustangs coming up on Saturday. Coming up next, Parker Clements will join us here on the Coach O Show. We're at AJ's in the Alley, downtown Salina, KINA, and also SalinaPost.com.
Salina Regional's Orthopedic and Sports Medicine is your home field advantage. Our physicians include sports medicine physician Dr. Matthew Pyle, along with orthopedic surgeons Drs. Travis Rump and Todd Riley, plus an A-team of certified athletic trainers and physical therapists. We're ready when you need us to help prevent injuries, enhance performance, or to heal through surgery and rehabilitation. For area athletes to weekend warriors, the home field advantage starts at Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
When pests have become too much, it's time to call Hassman Termite and Pest Control. With staff having over 150 years of combined experience, we offer all services for structural pests: termites, ants, roaches, spiders, crickets, mice, and bed bugs. In our 60th year of our family serving yours, give us a call or visit us on the web at hassmantermite.com or see us on Facebook.
There's no better feeling than leaving the stadium with a win, unless you're leaving the car lot with a great deal. That's how it feels to buy a vehicle from SalinaUsedCars.com. Dozens of late model vehicles have been fully inspected and are backed by warranty. We accept cash or have financing for all credit levels. Whether you need a car, truck, SUV, crossover, or van, SalinaUsedCars.com has them all. Get the winning feeling of a great deal at one of our 2 locations or shop 24/7 at SalinaUsedCars.com.
St. John's Military School Historical Museum, located on the northeast corner of 9th and Otis, preserving the 131-year history of St. John's Military School and continuing its involvement within the Salina community. Visit us at sjmshm.org. Find us on Facebook or call the office today at 785-404-2333 for more information or to book an appointment.
Summer travel can damage and destroy your tires. Commercial Tire Centers encourages you to check for proper inflation. Underinflation or overinflation, along with the extreme Kansas heat, can cause a blowout, damage to your vehicle, and even cause accidents. Make sure your passenger car, truck, RV, and trailer tires are all ready to hit the road when you visit Commercial Tire. We'll even check your spare tire. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th in Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
When the weather in Kansas turns unbearably hot outside, you need your home to be cool and comfortable on the inside. And you shouldn't leave your family's comfort to just anyone. You should call Comfort Heating and Air. With more 5-star reviews than any other local HVAC company, you know you'll get the absolute best customer service. You know the job will get done fast, and most importantly, the job will be done right. Servicing all makes and models, trust the company that cares. Comfort Heating and Air.
Heating and Air.
Crouch in the gun. Brooks to his left. Takes the snap. Crouch looking over the middle toward the end zone. It's Washington into the end zone. Touchdown, Liberty. A 14-yard strike from Ed Crouch to Demarius Washington.
And now back to the Coach O Show at AJ's in the Alley. Here's Devin Haney.
Back here at AJ's in the Alley, downtown Salina. Time now for our Precision Electric player profile. This week it is defensive lineman Parker Clemens. And I was giving Coach a little bit of static there because he always calls you a nose tackle. I'm like, well, I've seen you move around quite a bit.
Yes,
so
sir.
Let's get to know you a little bit here. First of all, welcome to the Liberty. You came in here at the end of April. You were able to get in for the last game in April, and then since then had 3 games. So 4 total games for the Salina Liberty. What do you think so far?
I love it. It's a little different than outside because the last time I played was 2022 at Point University, and so 11-11 versus 8-on-8.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Yeah, and indoor too. You're
Right.
between those walls. What kind of adjustment have you been going through with that?
Honestly, like, I'm aggressive, as you can see, but I got to kind of tone it down a little bit because, I only have 2 outside instead of 4 like I'm used to, so I got to not drive the center back as far, so I got to tone it down a little bit but still be aggressive.
Do you like the fact that Coach O's moving you around here a little bit? We've seen you at end and seen you I just remember the Dodge City game when we were out Southwest Kansas playing the Storm. Man, you had a great game there. You were able to seal the edge on a couple of their run plays, but also you've been able to bat down passes, and we really haven't had anybody like that on defense that's been able to do that.
Right. I enjoy that he lets me, be me, let me be who I am, and moving me at the end. I played that in college too, so that was awesome to, move outside and show what I can do out there as well. Batting down balls is something I love to do, and I feel like in this league you don't see that very often from the D-line position.
Absolutely. So let's go back and let's go through. You and I were talking a little bit off the air. I get intrigued, and I want everybody to be able to tell their story, right? So you grew up around the Cincinnati area. Bengals fan or no?
No, I'm a Carolina Panthers fan, actually. Big
Okay.
Cam Newton fan, and that's the main reason, but also got family out there too.
Okay. So growing up around Cincinnati, what were you into as a kid? Was it always football? Was it everything?
So crazy thing is, I kind of grew up in like Florida, Georgia, Alabama area up until 3rd grade, and then we moved back. And so funny thing is, before that, I played kindergarten baseball. Took a baseball to the knee, and I said I'll never do it again. I was a catcher and played soccer like 2nd grade, and then when we finally moved back to Cincinnati, I played football from 4th grade on, and Rest is history.
Yeah. When did you know that you would have the calling and have the gift to go on and play after high school? When did that become a thing for you?
Honestly, it's kind of crazy because I didn't even start because my head coach didn't really play underclassmen, so you didn't really play varsity until you were a senior. And crazy thing is, I had somebody smaller than me start over me. So honestly, by luck, I got to play for an amazing head coach by the name of Trevor Ziders at Cincinnati Christian University. And then when they shut down, I went to Point University in Georgia and got to play for him as well. So I'm very thankful for the opportunity that he gave me to show what I was really about when I didn't get to in high school. So
nice. What was college like for you? I know the college experience is a little different for everybody. Everybody grows. You're at that point in life, right,
Yes,
where things kind of mentally develop for you and you get some clarity. Some you don't. Other people are not like that. What was college like for you?
Fun fact, I actually went to 4 different schools before I graduated. Yeah,
Okay.
I went to University of Charleston, West Virginia, Cincinnati Christian, like I mentioned, and then when Cincinnati Christian shut down, I went to Thomas More when COVID started to hit, so we didn't get to play. And not in a negative way, thankfully for COVID, but thankful for COVID that I actually got to, not play for Thomas More, but I got to go play for the head coach that I had at Cincinnati Christian. And like I said, being under him, I got to be a better defensive lineman, and I got to be a way better person, a better man, because when I first got to Cincinnati Christian, I was slacking, like most freshmen do. And, he brought me under his wing and made me a better man and, like I said, a better player.
Yeah. So you mentioned this is your first professional football, indoor football experience.
Sir.
You're sitting back. Were you actively pursuing things? We understand you were working with some placement guys that have connections with Coach O'Neill and Coach Martinez. What was the day that phone rang and you got the call from Salina?
It was honestly, I got a call from Gillette first, actually.
Okay.
And then I couldn't go because I had a Canadian Football League tryout and money and stuff like that. And then, Coach O'Neill called me, and I was like, you know what, let's run it.
Yeah.
Let's run it.
Things work out, right?
Yes, sir. I'm very, very thankful that, he brought me in, and like you've seen, the rest is history, and I'm very thankful for it.
So do you ever just kind of out of the side of your eye look at the defensive line in Gillette and see where you might have fit in? Or?
Let's just say I'm glad I'm right where I'm at.
Yeah. Yeah, Gillette is a heck of a football team, and that game on Saturday should be great. So you are having the chance to kind of get your feet wet here in the indoor football game, play some professional football, and do it for a Hall of Famer in the IFL and Huron O'Neill. But also on your sides, you have some pretty good experienced guys too. Travis Taylor leading the league in sacks. You have Keenan Gibbs out there with you. What's that like playing with those guys?
I mean, they make my life so much easier because I can, like I said, use my aggressiveness, stand up to center, and kind of read or, in their favor, drive the quarterback out because, they tell me all the time that they didn't have that.
Yeah.
And so, I feel like I'm feeding them while they're also feeding me at the same time, and I couldn't be thankful for both of them on the outside.
You ever walk into a situation like that and they're as glad to see you as what you are to see them?
Yeah,
I mean, that's kind of what this reminds me of,
the whole team really, they kind of rallied around me, very welcoming, very, supportive. And, you can't, coming in the way I did, you can't ask for anything more than that.
It's a crazy team how that works. I've noticed that because the brotherhood is just so strong. Other than the team, what have you liked most about Salina?
I'm a big White Castle guy fan, but Cozy's, it's not bad. The only thing it's missing is the cheese, but I still hit it up every Monday when we get our vouchers. So yes, sir.
Okay. I was over at the Blind Pig last Thursday.
Oh, the Blind Pig.
And you guys were getting ready to throw down some barbecue.
Those garlic sriracha wings at Blind Pig, best wings I've ever had. Best wings I've ever had, easily, hands down.
Nice. So I just love talking to you and love having you here on the team. As far as the defense, you see, I'm sure you paid attention a little bit, was able to go back and watch some video of the progress of this team throughout the year.
Yes, sir.
What do you see kind of behind the curtain of guys like Huron O'Neill, and he will deflect attention all day long and get Martinez involved and Coach Dillon and Monty Spiller, Coach Spiller. But what do you see when that group gets together and makes decisions? Because it's kind of the wizard and pulling the levers behind the curtain, right?
Yeah, I think, they're masterminds, and, I could, like you said, deflect the attention, our team, we soak it up, we take it, and we run with it. And thankful to Coach O'Neill that he, makes decisions on the fly. He sees things that we don't see during the play, and he'll make adjustments, whether it's, right after our drive or in the middle of the drive or whatever. And, those coaches, they're the real deal for sure, especially Coach O'Neill.
What do you like about the home arena? You like playing at home?
Oh, yeah, I love playing at home. My favorite part is, and You know, you can ask my mom. I've got notebooks upon notebooks of me just practicing my signature. So me going out and like sign all those signatures, that was a dream come true in itself right there.
Nice.
That was super dope.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a great opportunity to meet up with the fans after the game. You told me off the air before we had a chance to go live on here. Your mom's coming in for the game on Saturday.
Yes,
That's got to be exciting.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she's very excited. You know, I can still remember in high school and even in college when she would drive down to Georgia or at Cincinnati Christian, I could be in the middle of play getting ready to go blow up the center, do whatever play I need to do. I can hear her screaming from the stands. Like, you can pick her out of a crowd.
Yeah, and everybody's like, that's Parker's mom.
Oh,
right?
yeah. I remember my family would come to my high school games, and they wouldn't even sit next to her because she was so loud.
That's awesome.
But, yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I've been wanting to talk to you for a while. We were kind of joking around a little bit that you were going to come on earlier in the year, and,
Yes,
and
sir.
you ended up going back home for the bye week.
Yes, sir.
And then, so we got you in here today, man. It's so good to meet you.
I appreciate it. I
Enjoy
love
you
it.
being on the show, man. Good luck on Saturday.
Yes, sir.
We're going to do
appreciate
something
it.
here we haven't done before. I'm not going to take a break. I'm just going to have you give your headset to Dan, have him come over here.
Yes, sir.
And we're just going to roll with it. How's
Yes,
that?
sir. You have a great rest of your
man.
day.
You as well. Good luck on Saturday, my friend.
Thank you.
So we're going to get Dan Mendocino in here. We're going to talk about tickets and things going on Saturday for the game and all the opportunities for people to get into Tony's Pizza Event Center for the game on Saturday. And Dan, I told Parker we were just rolling here. We're about out of time, so we didn't even take a break. We blew right through that, and I'm just going to get you on here and talk about all the opportunities for people to come into Tony's Pizza Event Center on Saturday. I know you guys have some party pit passes available and different opportunities outside of your normal seat.
Yeah, you know, great opportunity for those who really want to come to try out that VIP party pit or the presidential. I think we're down to just one table left.
Okay.
VIP party pit passes are $75. We're going to our sponsors first. Wednesday night, it'll be really available to the public. We're going to actually go around Salina, and we're going to be selling in different spots, but they'll go quick. So if you're interested, you can message us on our Facebook page right now. We'll call you back immediately. We'll put you on a waiting list. But here's a great opportunity to be as close to the action as almost playing it, right?
Yeah, and that is an awesome opportunity. Whether you're down there by the wall, it is great. And I think what people need to understand is you guys engineer the presidential, the party pit, all through the team. All the other tickets go through Tony's Pizza Event Center.
That's right. The VIP areas are handled through Salina Liberty. TPEC handles all the other ticket options for you. They got some great options for the game. Of course, a lot of activities at the Smoky Hill River Festival. You can walk right across the street. Hopefully it's about 95 degrees and hot. You want to come in the air conditioner and watch a championship-level football game.
Well, that's what Coach O'Neill and I were talking about. I said, you know, you've already got your parking space down there and did that battle. You might as well just go in to watch a football game.
Exactly right.
So this is a great opportunity for you to watch some playoff football. This is going to be another just super game. It's a great matchup between Salina and the Gillette Mustangs. This was a 2-point game just on the 27th up in Wyoming. Kids tickets start at $7. Adult tickets start at $12. You can either get them online, Tony'sPizzaEventCenter.com, or walk up during business hours at the box office. You can always select your seat of where you want to sit. What do you think about this game? I always like tapping into not only your marketing brain, but also a little bit of your football brain, too.
No, you know, Gillette has a heck of a football
Yeah.
team. You know, the big offensive line, talented team. But I feel pretty good about the fact that our rosters come together at the right time. And, of course, we got George Martinez up in the box with Dylan, and we got the best head coach in the indoor football on Ron O'Neill. So,
is this Coach O'Neill, is this one of his best coaching jobs, going from where we were in the first few
By
weeks
far.
to where that roster is now?
By far. You know, I have not seen him work this hard all year round. I mean, he's a hard worker, but what he's had to do is put the pieces together. Things have fallen apart. We feel good, and all of a sudden we almost like take 2 steps forward and 1 step back. But he's worked extremely hard.
Yeah.
The coaching staff has worked extremely hard. Francis always is out in the community and rallying the troops, and the ownership group's been working around the clock. But I feel really good that we're at a really good spot right now, right where we want it. And nobody's talking about it, Stephen, just the way we want it, you know?
Yeah, and that's amazing to me how you can dismiss the defending champions. And
Nobody's talking
I don't
about
know who those people are, but
I love it.
We know
I
what's
love
going on in this big old room here at AJ's in the Alley,
That's
don't
right,
we?
yeah.
So, again, we want to talk about it. You hit up the Facebook page. You've done a really good job on social media getting all that information out about VIP passes, some other opportunities that are available. If you want to dial up some tickets at Tony's Pizza Event Center, you can either do that online or stop by during regular business hours. Boy, I think everything's done except for Saturday, right?
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah, close it out for us.
Yeah, go Liberty.
Liberty and Mustangs at Tony's Pizza Event Center coming up on Saturday. Kickoff at 6:35. You want to be there, though, early in your seats. Pregame starts about 6:10 at Tony's Pizza Event Center, and we will see you on Saturday.